Good morning, everybody. We are starting the 2026 gardening season. So it is April where I am at. I thought we would do a garden tour and see all the blank spaces that we have to plant this year and see how it transforms through the year. So I do have multiple planting areas around our property. We started the garden in one spot thinking that that would be plenty of space. And then you quickly realize when you start growing a lot of your food that that's not enough space. But I will show you where we're going to get started. This is our main garden area. We do have it fenced in because deer do like to eat all your good food. So let's go in and I will tell you all about it. So in this space we have 9 raised beds. They are 4 feet by 16 feet wide. And then we have 3 2-foot beds by 16 foot. We have been working on this garden for about 20 years, so all things in good time, right? So what we used to use, well, when we first started gardening, we didn't protect our soil. We just weeded and weeded and weeded. And then we tried using wood chips. But then we found as we were using the wood chips and we were digging a hole to plant the plant starts, veggies, whatever we were growing, we were introducing wood chips into the hole, which stunted the plant's growth. So then we decided that we would try just chewed up leaves. Because if chewed up leaves get mixed into the soil, it isn't as much of an issue because they're already broken down so much quicker than a wood chip would be. So that's what we use. We use leaves on all of our beds, and that helps the weed pressure a lot. So right now this is all just a blank canvas. It's April currently, so the only thing that we can safely put in the ground right now are some sweet peas that I just planted. Next week I'll be putting some potatoes in this bed. This bed we generally use for cauliflower. This bed last year I used for peppers, but it's a little bit in the shade because there's some tree coverage above us, so I actually might be moving my cauliflower or Brussels sprouts down here a little bit more in the shade. And we're still working on spring cleanup, so ignore the leaves. These leaves are all just ones that have fallen from the trees, so we need to get those cleaned out. We've got some chives growing. We've got some leftover garlic that apparently I missed when I pulled it out last year. This is the view from the other side. So like I said, we have 9 4x16 beds, and then we have 3 2x16 foot beds. I prefer raised beds, easier for weed management and keeping your soil where you want it. Here we have a bed, and I've got a cattle panel just going horizontal in the bed. This is where we grow our tomatoes, and these are all the tomato clips that I didn't end up taking off last year. And then outside the garden, we do have another couple beds. These out here, I typically will put squash, zucchini in. And early in the spring, we will grow sweet peas on here. It isn't fenced in, which we've been talking about. We probably should fence it in. We have a lot of deer pressure here, so we'll see if the peas make it. I might need to put a little fence just to protect them. Let's go see the next space. Now we're walking into our orchard. We have about 30 different fruit trees. We have cherries, apples, peaches, pears, plums, apricots, nectarines. We started this orchard about 20 years ago, so we do have some mature trees, but mostly in the past 5-6 years we've been adding to it. Underneath our trees we do use wood chips. That helps with moisture retention, keeps the weeds down, helps protect the trees a bit. Coming down out of the orchard, we do have, I think there are 9 raised beds down here. These are Vigo beds. This is where we have our asparagus and strawberries. We have 4 beds of asparagus and strawberries, and then the others we just use for other veggies through the year. Strawberries and asparagus are great companion plants because the strawberries will grow low, keep your weeds down, and the asparagus grows up. And generally by the time where we live, by the time our asparagus is done being eaten, our strawberries will be coming on. So that's the method that we've used. This bed obviously still needs to be cleaned out. We have had some below freezing temperatures, so I've been just leaving the leaves here to protect what is growing so far. So 4 beds of those. Some of the strawberries are popping up. They're looking beautiful. Our asparagus probably still has another 3-ish weeks before we even see anything popping through the ground. And then at the end of our orchard, we have a beautiful blueberry patch. We worked on this and finished it last year. We have 50 blueberry plants. This area is 50 feet long. I'm not sure how wide it is, but to help prevent weeds growing, we do have weed fabric down below, and then very, very thickly we've covered it with wood chips. Blueberries like acidic soil, and the wood chips help do that for them. And down here in this blank canvas in our flat area of our property will be the home of our future greenhouse. We are hoping to do a 20-foot greenhouse, 20-foot by 60-foot greenhouse, which will extend our growing season tremendously. With then the future of being more raised beds out here and all fenced in, helping to protect from all the animals. You will notice that all of our gardening growing spaces are spread out through our property. Like I said, you create a garden thinking you'll have plenty of room there, and then you start growing food and realize not nearly enough space. This is a view from this side of the orchard with the blueberry plants, future greenhouse. Here's another growing space that we have. These beds are 3 feet by 12 feet, and we have 6 of them. And this one I have my garlic growing in. That's one. This bed has my rhubarb growing, which is just starting to pop through the ground, which is exciting. These 2 beds here are going to be my potatoes. And I have another bed of garlic here. I had great germination rate for my garlic this year. I don't think I could see a spot where one did not actually come up. And our last bed over here is a raspberry bed. This is the first raspberry bed we've established, and it looks like it made it through winter. There's lots of new growth happening. We will be building a trellising system to be able to tie up our raspberry vines. So those are the beds. And that concludes our April garden tour. Please follow along to see how all this space transforms throughout the summer and how much food we're able to grow and how beautiful it will be. Thanks for watching.